What's going on, Virgo? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the month of September 2023. So in this reading, Virgo, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding the month of September 2023. So before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance, Virgo, for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Virgo. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull the energy and see what is coming your way for the month of September 2023. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Virgo. I get you bursting. I just have to say, there's something about you, about your character, about the unique essence of your soul that you've really been holding in for a long time, Virgo, and I mean like a long time, that this month it's really going to start to bother you. Okay, there's something about being two-faced. You show something to the world, all your friends, all your family, even to some of you it's so suppressed that it's just you. There's something here that this, something is going to really be like bursting out of you, and it has to do with a true core part of you that you've been conditioned to believe is bad, wrong, weird, not worthy of love. And for a lot of you, the first message that I'm getting is if you're not receiving a lot of love in your life, if people can do with you, they can do without you, they don't treat you with respect, you're not attracting the love, all the good things that you deserve, it's because some very real part of you, you're very afraid to express that part, and because you're not expressing the real part of you, you're attracting people who are not attracted to necessarily who you really are, but to the front that you've put out. So that's going to be bursting. That's just the first message that I got. So we're going to see what that's about, but it came through very strongly. So let's see. Is it about love? What is it about? I don't know. Yes, hold on, Virgo. Bear with me, please. Thank you. Let's see what we got here for you, a Virgo. Okay, very interesting. Very, very interesting here. So first of all, just the first message that I got, I get it more strong. Like, your vulnerability is your strength. Your ability to maybe not show the whole world, but there is something here that's like, there's something that's blocking real love from coming in your life in the most authentic way. And even if love means being successful in the external world, there's something here that's being suppressed, denied, because you think it's either bad, wrong, weird, or going to ostracize you, so that if you share this part of yourself that you've kept under wraps, potentially even your whole life here, you're going to think you're the only one in the ballroom, right? You're going to it's like, if I show this part of myself, if I enter into this beautiful banquet of a ball evening, I'm going to be like in there, and then no one's going to be in there because they'll think I'm weird. But I'm here to tell you today that nothing could be further than the truth. And so before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards. This is going to be the energy that you need more of, the energy that you need to embody for your own highest good in September 2023. And the first energy you need more of is guidance. Okay, so guidance here. And you see, this is similar to the Three of Pentacles in traditional tarot. The Three of Pentacles has to do with some sort of apprenticeship, perhaps, working closely with other people in the physical realm in order to achieve some sort of knowledge or obtain some sort of knowledge that will help you develop in the physical world. But as you see in this oracle deck, this is more of an angelic figure. So I do feel that Spirit is going to be communicating to you through synchronicity, through various means, through very weird things in order to get your attention. And there also is a message that Virgo, and there's a police car going here, so this is a very important message, like sirens are going out. Spirit has been trying to get you to reveal something, or to at least own it as part of you for a long time that you've been ignoring. And the whole reason why, I don't get that any of you are, I mean, some of you obviously are going to be in a pretty crappy situation and listening. But some of you, even if you're in a crappy situation, it could always be worse, it could always be better. I just get that there's a deep reason why your life is mediocre right now. A lot of you listening, Spirit's trying to tell you, Virgo, you're doing and it's not to take anything away from you. Life is overwhelming, to pay the bills, to do everything. It's overwhelming. We're not here to rain on you, to hurt you any more than life already hurts you. Because life will leave you physically, mentally, emotionally scarred no matter what. But what I'm trying to tell you is that there's a deep, deep, deep reason why your life is mediocre and not spectacular. This month, Spirit is going to continually give you guidance as to how your life can become spectacular, but the way in which your life is going to become spectacular for most of you has to do with you owning something, integrating it, and finding a creative way to make it a part of your life rather than something that you keep suppressing. So some of you, this is just going to be more of an inclination. You know, it's not going to be anything deep. Others of you, this could be very, very deep, very deep. So let's go ahead and continue. So guidance, this definitely is advising you to work with people if it's an opportunity to. Your mentorship is very important. There's something here about your progress can be fast-tracked through the help of really good mentors, okay? So don't be afraid to learn from people who have the specialized knowledge that you're in need of, because you will fast-track your progress. I told the story a lot, but I was an assistant, did all the dirty work for a very famous YouTuber back in like 2020. I learned all the secrets of YouTube, and now I'm here. And if I didn't go through that process of like basically eating crap for like almost 2 years, doing all the dirty work, but learning about YouTube, I wouldn't be here. I'd probably still be trying to make it on YouTube. And that would be a shame, because you see that I'm really good at tarot, and a lot of you as well are really good at something. It's just that you need to do the right things. But another thing, the other frequency you need is silence. So definitely a lot of meditation for the month of September, Virgo. A lot of meditation, because only you can really receive downloads from Spirit in the way that you know how, right? No one's coming to save you in this life, but there is something here about slowing down to receive downloads and making sure that you give yourself time to do that. Because every single one of you is a creative genius. It's just that sometimes the matrix will distract you from doing your work. So there is something about also deep work. I just get this frequency of, the only reason a lot of you, once again, another reason why your life is mediocre right now is because you're too distracted. So just keep that in mind. And you also have the final one is comparison. So what frequency do you need more of? Comparison. Now, as we all know, we've all heard the quote, Virgo, that comparison is the thief of all joy. And it is true. So this card is not meant for you to compare yourself to people in a negative light, but it is here this month. And I do feel like this has to do with the deep issue that we're talking about, the thing that you've been suppressing for so long. There's something that marks you as unique, different, and special compared to other people that you know, but you're suppressing and you're not just owning it, right? I always knew that I was an autistic mystic. I was in school, I was trying to mask my autism, I was trying to be, hi, I'm Austin Reed, how are you? Yes, oh yeah. But who I really was, I always knew I was different than everyone. I always knew. I didn't even know what I was going to be successful at. I just knew I just knew. I didn't know what it was. But as I owned what made me different, then the success actually came. So in some sort of way, look at what makes you fundamentally different than those around you. And I'm talking human beings. And then find a way to own that. Because what I also get, Virgo, sorry to say this, a lot of you, even in your love life or even in, I just get you're not revealing something about who you really are. So if you're a regular tree, I feel like a lot of you are surrounded by regular trees right now in some sort of way. This could even be with your work or whatever. You're actually a bamboo tree. This is actually what you are. But if the bamboo tree pretends to be the regular tree, then the bamboo is not going to actually be happy because it's pretending to be like other people. So there may be a period of, and I feel like the other regular trees would accept the bamboo tree. So I don't know, there's something here about radically owning and accepting what makes you different and understanding that that is the very gift that you have to give to the world. You don't have anything else to give but that. And you don't always necessarily know the impact of you being unique, right? So I could think, oh my God, like these, I get messages from people, these tarot readings change people's lives. But what about someone just sees me being unapologetically myself, and then that gives them inspiration to be them? Because the greatest gift that you can give to anyone is to be unapologetically yourself, so that it gives someone else the permission to be unapologetically themselves. And that doesn't always get tracked, recognized in the material, but it does spiritually. So just bear with me here, Virgo. I know there's a lot going on here. I actually get this is a really good month for you overall, but something is bubbling up to the surface. So when it comes to your opportunity, Virgo, you have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving and even give and exchange in the physical world. It does have to do with balance and harmony, especially in the home, looking at ways to bring harmony into your home life, because I do feel like that's out of alignment for some of you. And it's also about giving your gift to the world. This is definitely, Virgo, especially about the whole mediocre thing. Because in a certain sense, the Six of Pentacles, if we're looking at the Suit of Pentacles cards, it's right in the middle. It's mediocre. And the opportunity, and this is just a complete intuitive message, so maybe it's for some of you, maybe for others of you it's not. But what I get intuitively from this message, not relying on the basic meaning of the tarot, or maybe from a numerological perspective I am, but your life is mediocre right now because you're not giving something that you could give, because you're afraid that what if I give it and then no one wants to receive it? That always happens. Do you understand that when I changed my name to the Autistic Mystic, when I said, okay, I'm going to stop masking this autism thing, I'm just going to be like, nah, I ain't never met a Virgo, bitch, that ain't need 10 G's. Like, okay, maybe it's cringy to some of you. I'm just being me, and maybe it's my process of being me, but hopefully that gives you permission to be you. But what I'm saying is, when I first started doing that, there was no clapping. It was dead silent. And I was even weirder. I felt even more weird. I felt even more ostracized. But eventually, that energy comes back to you in a positive way. So what I'm trying to say is when you first, what I do get from this is like when you first start being you, it's the hardest. People say like, what I'm trying to say is there may be some sort of thing here where you think you're stupid for doing something. When I first started being the Autistic Mystic, I felt stupid for it. But then when it catches on and you're consistent, you have the own courage of your own convictions and you own who you are. You don't care. You don't care about the outside reflection that you're getting. The only way that the universe truly knows is that you've changed if you stop caring about the outside world, because there is no outside world. So I said, okay, I'm the Autistic Mystic. This is me. I'm stuck with this because there's something that you're stuck with that you're trying to change. I remember I went to seminars. I went to these social dynamic seminars where I said, yeah, my brain is not neurotypical. I have an autistic way of thinking. And they were screaming at me like, you're not autistic, get it out. And I was like, what? It was the weirdest thing ever. And there's something I was stuck with that I was trying to change. There's something that you're stuck with, a fundamental, you may even be perceiving it as a flaw of your character, or this is never gonna work as your character, but it will work. You just need to give it some time. And you also need to look at it, how is it a blessing instead of a curse? Because it always is a double-edged sword. So something along these lines. I'm just ranting. I'm getting what I'm getting. Your challenge is the Hanged Man, Virgo. Your challenge is the Hanged Man. So I do get that your challenge is to surrender some sort of resistance to a very real aspect of you, that in some sort of way, as you feel comfortable, slowly and surely getting ready to reveal this to the people around you, to reveal this to the world at large, to reveal this to whoever, to yourself. Because some of you, this is you're in self-denial is what I get. And that's the scariest part. So what I get is sitting with something that makes you feel uncomfortable. You're caught. The mystic caught you. Maybe no other tarot reader caught you. I caught you. I did. Because I'm not the Mike Jordan of the tarot card. And the reason I just did that weird thing is to give you permission to be the weird thing that you are. Because I know it's weird. But you know, I am the Mike Jordan of the tarot card. It is what it is. But the Hanged Man is your challenge. And so the challenge is to sit, to look at something from a different perspective, and to surrender. So, because I just get like whatever is bubbling up, whatever has been bubbling up, you're just like this. Like when Spirit gives you a download, like, hey, Virgo, you know you're meant to do this thing, that maybe it's taboo, maybe it's weird. You're just like, you're peaceful, and then you're like, no. You're meant to do it, though. So, I don't know. When it comes to your overall general energy, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and also the Knight of Cups here. So I get that there's something that you are struggling to keep under wraps that is influencing your love life. But I get that whoever you're dealing with in love is actually open to working through issues with you, because in what you don't see coming, there's a lot of love. There's a lot of new beginnings in love. There's a lot of good things coming with love. So for many of you, you're going to be actually having a great love life on the external surface of things, but internally you're still going to be like, well, yeah, my love life is going so great, but when do I stop pretending like I'm a tree like my partner, and when do I tell my partner, oh, I'm actually a bamboo? But what I get from this is that when you tell, there's someone around you, for a lot of you it is a lover, it could be whoever, when you reveal that, oh, I'm not actually a tree trunk, I'm a bamboo, it can go even better than you possibly thought. And that's how this universe works in many ways, because reality is weird and opposites attract. So there's something here about, on the surface level, you're going to be dealing with resistance, but I do get great love. I also get, Virgo, that if you're dealing with someone in love, they could also be, there's just a game of like closed off resistance in love, even though on the surface it's going good. So I do see a lot of you, there's a water sign, definitely something, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in their big three. That's the energy that I'm mainly getting. There's a water sign that you're going to be dealing with in love. If it's not a water sign, that's fine. It's going to be someone who emotionally nurtures you, makes you feel good. It's going very smooth in love. And also there could be something here in what you don't see coming about combining love with business. And in some sort of way. Because, or this once again could have to do with you meeting a mentor that is actually you feel an emotional connection with. Because when it comes to the process of obtaining some sort of apprenticeship or mentor in order for you to achieve your long, short, or medium-term goals, the best mentor you can choose is one that you have an emotional attachment with, or you can make the mentor have an emotional attachment to you, because then you're going to get the most out of them. It's going to be the best thing ever. Because here's the thing, and what you don't see coming, whether this has to do with your love life alone or somehow involved with like learning a new skill, you have the Two of Cups, you have the Page of Pentacles, and you have the Queen of Cups. So there's a lot of love here. There's a lot of dirty work being done in the physical world as well. So this is either you linking up with some sort of lover that you find a way to make money together, or you're just doing the dirty work on yourself. Like I said, there's something that you're keeping under wraps, a very true part of yourself that once you reveal it, I think it's going to go really great for a lot of you here, especially in love. There's someone who unconditionally loves you and you don't maybe know it yet. I do feel here, Virgo, that there is someone who unconditionally loves you, that in what you don't see coming, that can get it even stronger. So in love, emotionally, you're going to be feeling great. I do feel, though, that although emotionally you're going to be feeling great, there's still something that you're not really owning. And it may be very confusing for a lot of you, because this is like your destiny to own this, Virgo. And I get that, like, spirit, whatever it is, whether this is just a character trait, whether this is some sort of inclination, like I naturally, like my father wanted me to be an artist, right? But my whole life I actually wanted to be a golfer. There's something about like, it's whatever download you're receiving about your own uniqueness, you think it's ridiculous here. So when it comes to what your advice, you have the 8 of Swords, you have the Chariot, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. There's a major opportunity for you to break free of the matrix conditioning, because the only thing that's making you hold on to some sort of fakeness, once again, trying to be someone you're not, keeping the real you under wraps because you think everyone's going to hate you for it, that's the matrix. There's something here about the Chariot has to do with, you see the city that the person is leaving? The Chariot is getting out of the matrix city, okay? The matrix of control. The matrix is like a grid, but it's thought control, okay? And so there's something here that you have a major opportunity to go very fast and go very far. The Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune, this is like there's a pathway to your destiny. There's a horse and there's a chariot. And the mystic is on the chariot and had been like, hey, it's the seat to your destiny. You want to get in? Yeah, okay, yep. But before you get in, you need to take all that stuff that you've been hiding. You need to take it out and you need to lay it before me right now. Lay it, so even you can do a little exercise. Anything that you've been hiding that you think is so bad, so wrong, so unlovable, what I want you to do now is to take it out of you and to put it here. Okay, so do it. Are you sure? Okay, it's there? Okay, well, get on the chariot now. You're free now. So, and I just think it's going to be very personal to you, whatever this is. But there is a feeling of, I could never do that. People would think I'm crazy or blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you, the whole thing about, if I'm telling you one thing, the strongest thing about this whole reading is the whole thing about mediocrity. And people love when people are just unapologetically themselves. I love it. I get off on it. It's like, you gotta do, I think, this is a Joey Diaz rant. I think I've done it. It's like, I like people with a little bit of edge to them. You want to eat toenails for breakfast? I'm in. You want to do checkers with our toes? I'm in. Be weird? I'm in. People who don't do anything, people who are just mediocre, who have some sort of thing, some sort of uniqueness that they want, but then they just hold on to it. How long do you like those people for? You don't. And the sad truth about this reading is that many people that are in your life right now that could love you, that could be treating you better, that you could be getting respect and all this beautiful things from people that are present, that when you reveal it, they may start to treat you bad if you hold it in because you're boring. There is something here about people think you're boring, Virgo, because you're not really being you, because you're suppressing something people think you're boring. When you stop suppressing it, maybe there's a shock factor, maybe, and if this has to do with your career, then maybe it's more of a long term, but in love or whatever, people, you do run the risk of being a bore. So, do you want to be boring or do you want to be a legend? It's up to you, okay? And being a legend is not so hard. It's just taking what's inside of you. It's called authenticity. Do you know what authenticity means? It means it's really not that hard. It's really not. Whatever is going on inside of you, maybe some of you are so conditioned that you think, I will be arrested if I have these thoughts. I will be ostracized. I will be canceled. And that's maybe true. But it's like whatever's inside of you, all you have to do is make it outside. So speak up. Speak up. That's it. That's it. And then your life won't be mediocre. And for some reason, though, it's almost like a... So listen, maybe this is connected to what I was saying last week. But listen, the universe is trying to guide you in this direction. The mystic said that your carriage is here. I'm on Mount Olympus. The carriage is here. You can get in or you can stay stuck in your own hell. It's really up to you. But the first thing that I would ask you, or the only thing that I'm going to really ask you this week is this. When dealing with your lover, when dealing with people at work, when dealing with your family, are you holding something in because you think it's so weird and it's weird? And if the people that you're around reject you, if they say you're weird, see you later, then guess what? you were wasting your time being with them in the first place. If your lover, if the people you work with, and I'm here because I'm here to help you on the hero's journey. If you want to arrive at death safely, never watch me again. See ya. I'm here to activate your higher self in physical form. I'm not concerned with helping you arrive at death safely. I'm here to actually help you go in alignment with your soul's mission. So there's a big difference between a tarot reader who is Weenie Hut Jr. Tarot who just says something to make you feel good. I can't offend you. I'm actually here to make you actually make progress in this life as a soul, so maybe that you don't have to come back here. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if you take this thing that is real, you express it, and people say, I don't like that, I'm not going to put up with that, so your lover, your work, people random on the street, I don't like it, then you weren't meant to be with them anyway. And then everything you're doing now is fake anyway. So you can either be real, or you can go and die at 17 and not get buried until you're 72.